British Toleman team have been furiously developing a dramatic new car at their Witney factory. Based on this, their previous car, and using an existing turbocharged engine produced by the gifted Brian Hart, they've produced a potential winner. An innovative shape to maximise downforce includes a twin rear aerofoil, and the functional wind tunnel developed shell embraces the over 600 horsepower four-cylinder engine. The small but enthusiastic Toleman team, led by Alex Hawkridge on the left with engine man Brian Hart, have produced a new 1983 car with highly developed aerodynamics.
We're now into an era where aerofoils are considerably more important than ground effect, and it's an area we're pretty comfortable with. A radical configuration on our car. It has twin aerofoils. I'm sure that others will copy it. I think we have a head start. If we can maintain the head start, we should have a successful season.
The revised Toleman monocoque chassis, the result of 5 months' intensive effort. Behind it, the 55-gallon fuel tank, the turbo engine, and all its complex and sophisticated ancillaries. Like all turbo motors, the Hart engine generates a tremendous amount of heat in producing its extra power. So, there's a lot of extra complication to cool it in comparison with the Ford Cosworth 3-litre engines. But will the turbos be able to get the job done this year?
It's necessary to start from the front rows of the grid in modern Grand Prix racing. It's so difficult to pass, and I think that with 10 or 11, possibly 12 competitive turbos, it's going to be very difficult to run a Cosworth.
Driver Derek Warwick certainly hopes Brian Hart's right. For Derek's the Toleman team leader, and after 2 years of struggling, first to qualify and then to finish, he's very hungry for success. With over 15 years racing experience, what's his view about the new rules?
Now the car is more pliable. You can feel the car. Instead of going into a corner and sort of looking 90 degrees and then turning into it, you now drive into the corner, and it's more what motor racing should be. It's back to the old days, or a step towards that era anyway.
Easier to drive for you?
Easier physically, but technically you have to actually drive the car, which is, I think, fantastic. I mean, it's for sure the way to go. I think you're going to see closer racing, and also you're going to see cars out of shape. They're going to go into corners and a little bit of sideways and wheel spin, opposite locking coming out of slow corners, and that is what the public wants to see, I think.
The Toleman certainly looks the part, businesslike and aggressive, but it's a turbo, and there's never been a turbo-powered world champion driver. But this year,
I'd bet any money at any odds that a turbo team will win the world championship this year. I mean, obviously, certain races like Monaco, Long Beach, the Cosworth car may even be quickest, may even win the race. But as a season as a whole, for sure, the turbo cars are going to be the ones to watch.